Well, thank you very much, John. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon and see all of you again. This morning, when Toby was on stage, she said there is a difficult proposition within marketing when it comes to acquisition and loyalty. And I would tell you that I think we have that figured out in one segment at KOA, and that is with value card rewards. When you think about our most valuable camper, that group is the first one that comes to my mind. In 2017, we've had over 40,000 new trial memberships that are cruising across North America. VIP memberships are up 17%. By the end of this year, we're going to see 500,000 households carrying the Value Card Reward membership. So what makes VKR? Who are they? What does it bring to us? It was September of 2006, and we set out on a journey to develop a loyalty program. We didn't necessarily know what that meant. On March 2nd of 2008, we launched the world's first loyalty program. And why did we do that? We did it to build camper nights. We did it to take additional share. We did it to build the business overall. In 2008, the non-value card household average night stay was 2.6 nights. The value card reward household at that time was 5.2 nights. In 2017, the average nights camped by the non-value card holder was 2.7. 0.1 increase, right? Value card rewards, 1.1. So the question is, did we achieve what we set out to do? Increase that share, increase the nights. And I would tell you between 2017 and 2008, we saw a 4% increase in non-value card households. So how does the share look? A 21%. So did we set out and achieve what we had hoped to? Absolutely. We saw a significant share of business. When you think about the value card reward household, they camp double, 2 times a non-value card household. The average is 6 nights, and they're paying a higher rate at an average of $55 per night. When you look at the value card system of nights in 2017, it was up 9% compared to the whole system of 4%. VIPs were up 28% in terms of nights camped. The VIP households are giving us 24 nights on average at $1,220 per household. That is over 3 times more than a value card household. Those VIPs are our best word-of-mouth advocates. That's why we have the cancellation waiver. That's why we encourage them to bring friends, because they are the best of the best. When you look at the cancellation rate for a non-value card household, it sits at 15%. So 15% of the time, our non-value card households are canceling. When you look at a value card household, it's 11%, and the VIP household is only at 9%. So the value card households are camping double. When you look at the statistics that you see on the screen, new card sales in 2017 over 2016 were up over 11%. Renewals up over 8%. But let's dig into those numbers just a little bit. When you look at the front desk only, new sales at the front desk in 2017 were up 5% over 16. That is the largest increase in the history of value card rewards or value card. It's absolutely massive. But the big news is what happened on KOA.com. When we looked at the sale and renewal of a value card reward membership that was occurring while they were making a reservation for your property, those sales were up 18%. That was over 73,000 more cards in 2017 than we saw in 2016. Now, it's about retention. So let's try to pull some confusion out. We see new card sales and we see renewals. But ultimately, it's about getting Lorne Armor to buy in 16 and renew in 17, right? Renew in 18. It's retention. Prior to 2008, when we had value card, 1 out of 4 households renewed the value card membership. When we were developing this program, our objective was to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 50% renewal. That would have been outstanding. But I can stand here today and I can tell you that between 2016 and 2017, 61% of every household that buys a card is renewing the next year. That is absolutely amazing. And why is that? It is because of you. It is because the services that you're providing, the recreation, and the attention that you're giving those guests. So you're really that key factor in that retention rate. So when we talk about 2 times more, it is imperative that we get the value card membership in as many people's hands as we possibly can. When we think about the additional reasons why people participate with value card rewards and the reasons for renewal, we know that 80% of every household that buys a value card reward membership is doing it for the 10% discount. The second piece has been about the points and the redemptions. I remember talking to Delta Airlines in 2007 and talking to them about the retention rate and what miles meant to people. And it was a significant factor in retention within their airlines. In 2017, we have seen over 800 million points redeemed for redemptions and value card rewards. What's so interesting to me is when we look at the distribution of those redemptions. In my mind, $10 redemptions were going to crush everything else that happened. But it's nearly a third, 10, 25, and 50. It is a point of celebration. Remember that they had to camp a lot to get those points for redemptions. Another element of retention is additional discounts. So this year we introduced Save Around. We talked about it last year while I was up here, and it is not starting out as strong or as fast as we would have liked it to do. However, we feel very good about its future. We love the fact that our camping guests can go to over 100,000 locations across North America to receive over 500,000 types of discounts, whether it's for recreation, retail, restaurants. It's a fantastic way to enhance that camping experience. And additionally, the big win is the fact that it is in our app, and they're taking it out of their pocket and looking at it while they're not camping with us. So we are putting the KOA brand in front of them at all times. This year at the Expo, you have a chance to visit with Save Around and add your properties to their discount family. They produce books for over 70,000 organizations across North America. And your campground could be in one of those local books. Additionally, if you have a unique discount that you want added into the Save Around portion of the app, they're there and they're ready to help you add that in. So it's another great way to promote you as campers are using our app. In 2011, we kicked off with Value Card Appreciation Weekend. And I had somebody not too long ago call me and say, you know, why are we doing this? Why are we giving away this free night? It's a value proposition, right? They get that free night for that purchase, for that renewal, for their affinity to KOA. When you look at those numbers, it's dramatic how it's changed over time. 57,000 nights of camping in 2011 when we kicked this off. 93,000 nights of camping in 2017. That is a 62% increase in the amount of camping that happens on that weekend. Now, if I could figure out how to repeat, and have a VKR Appreciation Weekend every weekend, that would be groovy. But ultimately, this is a great program that will continue into the future. We talk about trial. Again, it's the acquisition of new opportunities. So, Value Card is great with retention. We get them to turn right instead of left, come into our KOA campground. But the trial side has been extraordinarily successful. We heard earlier from Bob Martin how happy he is with the RV giveaway and how that's associated to the business and what it does for KOA. So there are many organizations that we do trial with that are not on the screen, but I wanted to share with you some big players and what that means to all of you. Lazy Days. They have 3 or 4 dealerships now in the United States, and in 2017, we saw $200,000 in registration revenue associated to the value card. Keystone, who we've been with for 7 years, $700,000 in associated registration revenue, incremental associated registration revenue. Allstate, a 32-year partner of KOA, is still pushing KOA or guests to KOA for trial, $800,000 in associated registration revenue. But the big one is Jayco. Every single Jayco that is sold across North America, we receive that household name. We then in turn turn around and send them that VIP membership. It is a great win for us because this year it was $1.1 million in terms of registration revenue that is coming from Value Card Association. Now, we also know about the key tag that we put in RV rental vehicles, right? 15,000 rental vehicles across the US and Canada have a key tag on that key. Cruise America, Cruise Canada, El Monte, Road Bear, Juicy, Apollo, Canada Dream, Fraserway, the Route 66 RV Network. By the way, Dave Francis is in the room today. Thank you very much for the relationship. 15,000 RVs from 9 organizations. Today, I want to introduce you to a new opportunity. I want to introduce you to a new channel that is going to bring new campers to KOA. Take a look.
So far gone, we're past the precipice.
You, the explorers, the road travelers who live to wander off the beaten path and experience this country the way it was meant to be. We know you. When you hit the road in your RV, you aren't thinking about the mortgage, what you've got in the bank, or the job. You know it, your family knows it, and you have your rig to thank for that. But what about the rest of the year? The days when you're working hard to pay for that RV sitting in the driveway, when you're not out there and wish you were. Those days are about to get easier. By listing on Outdoorsy, you can put your RV to work so you don't have to work so hard for it. You can share the experience with people who also hear the call of the road, and you can do it safely and easily. Everyone's insured, everyone gets what they want, everybody wins. Outdoorsy, never idle.
So imagine, we've been talking about camper nights, at least in my 18 years at KOA, constantly. But I'm going to challenge you to start thinking about equipment nights. We have RVs sitting in driveways all across North America, being used by that single household several times a year, coming to a KOA. But isn't it great to know that that same RV can be used by another family to fill a spot at a KOA campground? Outdoorsy has seen over 150,000 users. They have over 10,000 RVs in their portfolio. And when those RVs are rented, the average night stay is 7. 15,000 units from 9 organizations who are wonderful partners, and we love them very much. 10,000 RVs with 1,200 being added every single month. We are now going to introduce them to you. So, starting today, literally, we will be communicating to the world this opportunity. Over 200,000 nights booked through Outdoorsy in 2017 in the rentals. Over 19 million miles driven by those renters. You know what the best part is? The average age of the renter is 33 years old. That is 17 years younger than the average rental company. 40% of every person who rents an RV through Outdoorsy is under 40 years old. We're looking for a channel to bring millennials. This is it, folks. This is a great opportunity. So I want to take a minute and I want to recognize Outdoorsy. They are here today. Outdoorsy Group, we have Jeff Cavins, the CEO. Please stand up, guys. Jen Young, Chief Marketing Officer. Colin Gardner, the Chief Product Officer. Ryan Quinn, Lead Developer. And Alyssa Werner, our Social Media and Content Specialist. Take some time to get to know them because they are going to be good friends. Thank you for being here, folks. So, who is that most valuable camper? Well, the value card reward households are extraordinarily important. The VIP households in 2016 had an associated registration revenue, VIPs alone, of $30 million. That came from 24,000 households. That's incredible. 2017, VIP households, $40 million. That's a 33% increase. Value card rewards is up 21%. In 2016, the total associated registration revenue to value card rewards was $124 million. This year, we're up 21%. Any math wizards out there? $150 million. Do we want to sell value card memberships? Do we want to renew those? Darn Skippy, right? We absolutely do. 1/3 of our households are carrying that card. Over half of every short-term night that happens at KOA is coming from that group. We have the largest number of value card reward households than in the history of KOA right now. We're leaving this year with over 500,000 households carrying that card in their pocket. Let's not just think about them and recognize them today. Treat them like they are the most valuable camper you have when they're at your front desk. Recognize them. Thank you.